Hello everybody and welcome back to the Skittles Cup Series, this time round 8 at Richmond. On your pole today, we have Matthew Sutton driving the number 9 Daywalt Dodge for Fitzwater Australia Racing. And next to him, starting second to round out the front row, is Alexander Novacek driving the 32 M&M's Sprint Mercedes for Red Viper Racing. Here's the rest of your starting lineup. We will get back to you once they are on the track getting ready to go. So thank you again for tuning into another round of the Skittles Cup Series. This will be Matthew Sutton's third pole sitting award, further raising himself in the all-time pole standings. Shout out to Zach Stern behind Matthew Sutton. He is having a career best starting position, starting in third place. The pace car has now pulled off, and that means we are good to go green flag racing here at Richmond. Matthew Sutton leads the field away. It's off to a pretty good start so far. Looks like Zach Stern, he is going on the inside of Alexander Novacek, trying to make the move on Novacek. This is what Matthew Sutton wants to see. He has fresh air and cars battling behind him. This is what he needs to make his move. It looks like Alexander Novacek, he is trying to get enough momentum out of the outside groove to be able to clear Zach Stern going. And will he be able to do it here? It looks like he will be able to. He clears Zach Stern. It's time for him to chase down Matthew Sutton here at Richmond. Matthew Sutton will take this lap, though. Looks like Zach Stern, he got pushed to the outside. Not what he wants to see. The outside has not been the stronger lane all weekend. Drake Cleeta, only two-time winner so far in the series. He is already up in the mix. He's looking to get another win. But looks like Alexander Novacek and Matthew Sutton, they are pulling away early. Both of these guys have yet to win a race, and they would love to see their first win come here. Back a little ways, you can see them going 3 wide. It looks like there's a bit of contact between Jeffrey Finguy and Sam Rogers already in the race. They're getting pretty aggressive. Hopefully that contact will not result in any flats. Looks like there's contact between Sam Rogers and Joey DeCrescenzi. This 3 wide is not working out in their favor. They need to clean up their act and get out of it. Back up at the front, Matthew Sutton and Alexander Novacek, they're asserting themselves pretty well so far in this race, though. As Matthew Sutton will take another lap. We would like to give a shout out to Christian Anderson. He is driving the number 33 Budweiser Chevy for Lowe's Autosports part-time championship. This is his first start. He is towards the back, but he's hoping to be able to bring that up towards the front. Normally this car is driven by Bryce Ward, but it's a bit of a plot twist in this race. Christian Anderson will be competing in 5 events total, 4 more after this. So good luck to Christian. Back up at the front, though, and Matthew Sutton still has a pretty assertive lead. Alexander Novacek is still right behind him, but Alexander has not gotten enough momentum to be able to make a move on him. Sorry, I went the wrong way. Hate when that happens. Drake Kalita, he is doing pretty good in third. Jack Dwyer, he would love to get a second win here. Jack Halleck, he has, he had, at one point in the season, he had the best starting position average by a long shot. That's gone down a bit, but he's been doing pretty good. Blue Flare Motorsports not had a great season as a whole so far. Jack Halleck, he's been the star of the team though. Kyle Collins, he's holding himself together pretty well at this race. Looks like Sam Rogers is going low on Joey DeCrescenzi after that contact with Jeffrey Finguy early. He's trying to work his way up. Looks like Zach Stern has fell back a bit. TJ Smith has been having a good race. Jeffrey Finguy is all the way back here. Gotta wonder, did he get any damage from that contact with Sam Rogers, because he's fallen back quite a bit. Richie Wells has also fallen back a bit. Ephraim Lord's having a pretty good run for this Jeremy Johnson racing car, though. Last week's winner, Bradley Bishop Jr., he's pretty far back in the field. Not used to seeing him here. Looks like Jack Roberts is also falling back. Nicholas Logano, he is making his second start for Team JL in this number 22 Pennzoil Ford. Dustin Brown in the number 75 Toon Hotels Chevy for Toon Hotels Racing. He is also making his second start for the part-time championship. Last place, though, is Christian Anderson. You know, we don't know what to expect from this guy. He's not a bad driver. This is just his first start, and hopefully he'll be able to turn around as the season goes on. Matthew Sutton, though, he still holds the lead strong. Looks like Drake Kalita in the number 62 for Finguy Atomi Motorsports. He has caught up to Alexander Novacek. It looks like the top five. They're all pretty close to each other. Kyle Collins is trying to run him down. He's going to need help from his fellow Canadian, Sam Rogers, at this rate. Fitzy, he's doing pretty well this race. He is currently in the top 10. He had his top 10 streak broke last race, but he looks to start up a new one here at this round of Richmond. Looks like Bradley Bishop Jr. is working his way to the front. But Matthew Sutton, he is doing a great job holding his line, and he's having another stellar race. As this will be his 17th lap led as they go on the 18th lap. Looks like Drake Kalita is helping Alexander Novacek get closer to Matthew, though, and as soon as Alexander has enough momentum, you know he's going to dive to the bottom and push Matthew to the top. Another lap led for Matthew Sutton. Props to this guy. He's doing an outstanding job. Looks like actually this might be what Matthew Sutton wants to see, because Drake Kalita, he is getting the pass on Alexander Novacek at the moment. Looks like it didn't work out, and it looks like Jack Halleck, he's capitalizing on Jack Dwyer falling too far outside as he makes the pass to Jack Dwyer to get into fourth, trying to get Blue Flare Motorsports their first win. He would love to be able to be a guy that does that. Matthew Sutton, though, he's still holding out strong. They're in first place. Looks like the top five. They're pretty well knit right now. Kyle Collins is just hanging on to the back, and Sam Rogers, he is making his moves, trying to get up front. These guys, unless pit strategy comes into play or there's a wreck, it looks like they might be out of contention from the win already, but they are still holding outstanding runs. Fitzy, who's trying to make that outside lane work on Kenny Myatt, and it isn't working, but he does look like he's faster than Kenny, so if he can get to that inside line, he will be able to make the pass. Drake Kalita, he looks like he's finally trying to make that move on Alexander Novacek. He just can't get there, but you can tell he is faster than Alexander. Matthew Sutton, though, that's another lap for him. No pole sitter has won their respective race. Although it would be quite boring to watch, it would be impressive to see Matthew Sutton become the first pole sitter to lead every single lap and win, which, judging by how competitive that 32 car is unlikely, but it would be a feat. It looks like Jack Halleck, he is working his way slowly up the field. He's getting the pass on Drake Kalita right now. And Drake Kalita has a good car. Nothing to take away from that. But I think Drake Kalita, he couldn't get his move on Alexander Novacek in time, and now he's paying the price by giving up a spot to Jack Halleck. Jack Halleck will clear Drake Kalita here. All that is helping Matthew Sutton and Alexander Novacek as they're able to pull away just slightly. I mean, I guess that isn't too good for Novacek. He does need the draft, it looks like, to be able to pass Matthew Sutton. He can peek to the inside, but Matthew is just so good at defending that line, he just can't get anything done. Back here a little ways, it looks like Sam Rogers passed Kyle Collins, and he is tanking his way up towards the front now. As it looks like Jack Dwyer, Sam Rogers' teammate, is going to be the first one Sam Rogers battles to try to get into the top 5. Drake Kalita, he is currently trying to go down low on Jack Halleck, but he's just not been able to make that inside line work for passes. Very unfortunate because he has an outstanding car. Hopefully he can learn as the race goes on. He's going to try to make it work again here. It looks like this time he might be able to get Halleck. And up front, you can see Novacek is getting ready to pass Matthew Sutton for the lead. Will he be able to do it here going into 3 and 4? He will. He has cleared Matthew Sutton, and he will be the first person to lead a lap other than Matthew Sutton. Matthew Sutton's going to have to get on the grind now to get ready to pass him. Looks like the outside line is not working out in Jack Halleck's favor now, as he got passed by Drake Kalita. Now he's going to get passed by Jack Dwyer, and it looks like Sam Rogers is going to come in the mix to get some of that too. It's like Bradley Bishop Jr., he's slowly working his way up to the front, and Jeffrey Finguy, he's slowly picking apart the field, trying to work his way back up. Zach Stern, he is falling quite a bit, but he's still doing pretty solid, all things considered. Eddie Karwowski's having a pretty solid run. Thomas Saldivia, he might be in for a career best run here. He has not had good runs at all compared to his Fitzwater Australia Racing teammates. From Lord's having a good run for that team. It looks like all the Flying Aces International cars are having significantly better runs than they did last weekend at Martinsville. Richie Wells started off very well. He hasn't been able to hold it all together this race, but as long as they keep it clean, it's going to be a win for that team. Wilson Hunt's doing pretty good. Travis Scott not having a very good run. Nicholas Logano, he's doing okay, considering it's his second start. All the way in the back, though, far off the page, which is quite surprising, is Christian Anderson. And, you know, here come the leaders. Matthew Sutton, Alexander Novacek are looking very strong, and they're currently catching up to Christian Anderson. Christian Anderson is 20 seconds behind. A shout out to Jared Gotastic for teaching me how to change this ticker. Hopefully soon we'll be able to have a professional Skittles Cup Series ticker. I am working on it, don't worry. It looks like they're catching Christian Anderson pretty quickly here. Will he get in the way of anyone? We're about to find out. This could play into Matthew Sutton's hands. Oh, it looks like there was a little bit of contact between Christian Anderson and Alexander Novacek. Alexander really wants that first win, so he had no issues just pushing Christian out of the way. Looks like Sam Rogers, he has worked his way into the top 5. He is currently in 4th, getting held up by Christian Anderson now. It looks like green flag pit stops are now starting. Matthew Sutton and Drake Kalita pit, but Alexander Novacek stays out. He wants to get some more laps as the leader. Will they be pitting here? Will the rest be pitting? It looks like Jack Halleck. Gotta find Jack Halleck. My, oh my. There we go. Jack Halleck, he will be pitting this time by, probably. He is the last lead lap car to not pit. Oh, looks like Kenny Myatt hasn't either, or Joey DeCrescenzi. So there's still some guys that haven't pit, but here comes the rest of them in. Christian Anderson getting ready for his first Skittles Cup Series pit stop. Will Matthew Sutton be the leader coming around here? We will find out. Alexander Novacek might have just screwed himself over with poor pit strategy. But he could still be the leader. He could just be far ahead. That is Alexander Novacek right there. Alexander might have had a great move there, not pitting the first time by, because he has a... Will he have a significant lead here? Still says Jack Halleck is the leader. You know what? I have no idea anymore. I hate green flag pit stops in this game. They always confuse me a lot. Matthew Sutton, he is going down low on Ben Allen, trying to catch back up to Alexander Novacek. Yes, Alexander Novacek is still your leader, so I was mistaken. It was a beautiful move by him and his crew chief to pit there. Really working out in his favor. But Matthew Sutton, he's looking very fast after this pit stops. He is catching Alexander Novacek quickly. That might also have to be because of Ryan Reed, who is holding Alexander Novacek back a little bit. Matthew Sutton, he needs to capitalize on this quickly. Get past Ryan Reed while he can, and he does. Beautiful maneuver by Matthew Sutton to stay in pursuit of Alexander Novacek. That Mercedes has been fast all day. It looks like Wilson Hunt had a very poor pit stop there, falling back a bit. It looks like Ethan Villacorta has a lot of damage on that car. We will go, there was no caution, so it couldn't have been too bad of a wreck, but we will go check and find out what happened there. So basically what happened to Villacorta, he was pitting, and as he pulls out of his pit stall, they took the hood off, and then he hit Daniel Bouchard. So I don't know why they took the hood off before, but he did make a collision with Daniel Bouchard, and that's what's caused him to fall so far off the pace compared to how he was running. We'll get back to you in present time, though. Up at the front, 48 laps in, Drake Kalita has passed Alexander Novacek for the lead. Will he start to pull away, or will Matthew Sutton be able to get on Drake Kalita's tail and make a move for the win? Drake Kalita's had an insanely fast car all day, and it looks like he's starting to pull away a bit. That's not what you want to see if you're the other guys. That is what you want to see if you're Drake Kalita, though. Drake Kalita would love to get his third win. What a monumental moment that would be in Skittles Cup Series history, because nobody else has won twice, let alone 3 times. Matthew Sutton, luck is finally on his side, and imagine if he could be able to pull out a win, though. Christian Vargas, he might play a factor in this, though, because they're coming up on a lot of lap traffic. Matthew Sutton's going to have to try to get right behind Drake Kalita and just power past. Yeah, because if they let Christian Vargas drop down in front of them, it's game over. Matthew Sutton, he caught up to Drake Kalita for a second, but he slipped a bit, and he lost his momentum. Now they're coming up on 2 lap cars. This will be an interesting one. Every other lap car so far has been single, but this is 2. Dustin Brown for Two Hotels Racing, and Hiroshi Kazumi. Drake Kalita, he had a good car at the round of Ontario, actually. He could have won very easily, and he got dive bombed by Hiroshi Kazumi. Hiroshi Kazumi did get penalized, but let's hope there's no hard feelings here, as Drake Kalita is catching up to Hiroshi Kazumi. This is probably the first time they've really seen each other on the track since then, and just as long as Drake Kalita plays it smart and doesn't wreck Hiroshi Kazumi, it'll all be good. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to do anything. Looks like Drake Kalita has moved on. Matthew Sutton, he's getting very itchy back there, though. He's itching to pass Drake Kalita. He might use Villacorta, the damaged Villacorta, to make a move. Villacorta just really does not have the same car he did when he started this race because of that. Poor guy has had little to no luck so far this year. Looks like Matthew Sutton, he is peeking into the inside. He really wants that lead back. Drake Kalita, a lot of momentum coming into this corner, though. There's a lot of lap traffic up ahead, so wonder if this will play into effect. Matthew Sutton just really wants that first win. Looks like Austin Rogers is pitting again. It looks like there's some damage on that left front. That'll pan out for these guys. Matthew Sutton slips very far to the outside. That's not what he wants to be doing here. He cannot afford to make any mistakes if he wants to give Drake Kalita a run for his money. Drake Kalita has proven himself to be one of the top drivers in this series. They're running up on Wilson Hunt. Feel bad for Wilson Hunt. He had a pretty good run put together up until luck just did not strike him properly. It looks like Justin Garza, might be able to hold up Drake Kalita a little bit, be able to give Matthew Sutton a chance to catch back up. Matthew Sutton, he slips to the outside again. He's been doing that quite frequently. That's not a good look for him. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to clear Alexander Novacek this time. This is what Drake Kalita needs. He is stuck behind the lap cars. Now it's Alexander Novacek's time to make a move. Matthew Sutton, he made a mistake and he's paying the price now. As there are 19 laps to go in the round of Richmond, and Drake Kalita is pulling away. Matthew Sutton, he's already caught back up to Alexander Novacek. You know Matthew Sutton has one of the best cars on the track right now, but it just does not seem good enough to be able to make the pass for the win. They need to make up ground on Drake Kalita, and they need to do that now. Sam Rogers doing a pretty good job here in 4th place. He has not gotten a top 5 since his inaugural win at Daytona. Jack Halleck has a good run for himself. It looks like Jack Dwyer, he's gotten stuck behind lap traffic. Unfortunate for him. Kenny Mines doing pretty well. Fitzy's in line for another top 10. Pretty sure Jared Gotastic rounds at the top 10. He does. Jeffrey Fingai, after that early damage, he's trying to make his way back up into the top 10. Will Ryder Smith be able to make a move here on Joey DeCrescenzi? It doesn't look like he will be able to. It looks like they're getting held up by lap traffic. Bradley Bishop Jr. unsuccessfully making his way back to the front. Zach Stern has fell back a lot. Wonder if he got like into contact under the wall early in the race, and that's why he's fallen off the pace so much. Honestly, another solid day overall for Richie Wells and Jack Roberts. 21st, 22nd, they're just keeping the cars together, and after their horrid luck, this is what they need. Thomas Saldivia's fallen back. Nicholas Logano is doing a pretty good job, though. Give him credit for that. Back up at front, though, Matthew Sutton and Alexander Novacek, they keep letting Drake Kleta get further and further ahead, and they just cannot afford to be doing that. And they're running out of lap traffic as well, and that's just not going to help them either. And now Alexander Novacek's going for the pass. And that's just going to help Drake Kleta get even further in front. They're not playing this very strategically. It's like they've given up on trying to get the lead, and now they're just trying to get as many points as they can here in second. Will Travis Scott let his teammate go easily? It doesn't look like he will. It looks like there was a bit of contact there, and Drake Kleta had to physically push Travis Scott out of the way. Drake Kleta might not be very happy about that one. There's a lapped car in between Alexander Novacek, though, and Drake Kleta. Alexander is going to have to put his pedal to the metal here and really try to get it. There's two more cars up in front that Drake Kleta has to get by. He doesn't make it successfully under Daniel Bouchard that time by. How many cars are these guys gonna lap is the real question. Looks like these guys up here, they're giving Drake Kleta a bit of trouble. Nicholas Agano isn't moving out of the way, and it took Daniel Bouchard a while. With 8 to go here, it does not look like they're going to be able to catch Drake Kleta, though. Sam Rogers, he's slowly catching up to Matthew Sutton and Alexander Novacek, though. Drake Kleta, the next lap car is Christian Anderson. Drake Kleta might be home free here, although it does look like Alexander Novacek has made a bit of ground that lap. .40 and .53 seconds behind Drake Kleta. Looks like they are slowly but surely catching him. It looks like Drake Kleta is going in for a pit stop. Looks like we have some more green flag pit stops right next to the end of the race. Matthew Sutton and Alexander Novacek are battling it out here. Now Matthew Sutton and Alexander Novacek, they are going in for the pit stops. There's 4 laps left. Sam Rogers is going in for his pit stop probably this time by. The leader at the time was Drake Kleta. Where is Drake Kleta? He is right there. Oh, contact between Richie Wells and Ryan Dagby. I think it's still the Novacek and Kalita show up front, though. Matthew Sutton is a bit too far back to be able to compete now. It looks like, oh man, Alexander Novacek, he has a fast car here. There's 2 laps to go this time by. Another battle for the win. Drake Kalita is really good at this. Drake Kalita, he takes the white flag as here they go. Ephraim Lord is going to potentially play a role here. Going through 3 and 4. Ephraim Lord. Is he going to be able to, is he going to hold him up? It does not look like it. Drake Kalita will win the round of Richmond. Second place, Alexander Novacek. Third place, Jack Halleck. Fourth place, Matthew Sutton. Fifth place, Sam Rogers. Sixth place, Matthew Sutton. Seventh, Kyle Collins. Eighth, Zachary Fitzwater. Ninth, Kenny Myatt. And 10th will go to Jeffrey Fingai. Made his way up into the top 10. 11th is Jared Gotastic. 12th is Ryder Smith. 13th, Bradley Bishop Jr., 14th, Joey DeCrescenzi, and 15th is Eddie Karweski. Here is the finishing results. I hope you enjoyed this round of the Skittles Cup Series. Tune in for round 9 at Rockingham next.